All right. Hi, everybody. Ralph Havens here, and we're just about to start. So, have you ever wondered why it is that some people succeed and other people don't? And I'm talking about, we see all these people that are teaching us how to use energetic means and how to use spirit and how to think and grow rich and how to manifest using things like the law of attraction. You see them all over the place, and I know a lot of people are going to a lot of these things, the Joe Dispenzas of the world, the Tony Robbins. And why is it some people seem to be able to do that and other people don't? I mean, especially the gurus, they seem to be having a really good life. And there's people that are saying that they've had some big success with all sorts of ways of manifesting. So why is it that some people don't? So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I found. And, when I, in 2012, in December, I was taking a class in Seattle, a matrix class, another one. I've taken 35 of them or so over 10 years. And we were taking the train from Portland, Oregon. We went from San Diego to Portland and visited a homeopath that we just love. And then we, and some friends, and then we took the train up to Seattle and took the class. And then went up to Vancouver and visited our friend up there and had a great time in December of 2012. And it was typical Pacific Northwest drizzle and cloudy, and just, I love that kind of weather for running. And I was walking around in Portland just thinking, man, I would really love to live up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's where I've always wanted to live since I've been a kid, ever since I saw pictures of runners running in the forest, in the trees. But I didn't know how to do it. I had a physical therapy, integrative manual therapy practice in San Diego. And I thought, man, do we just get enough money and build the business enough in San Diego that we can have a second home? And what do we do? And then things started to fall into place where, in a weird way, I'd been through 2 years of not being able to run because of a serious bone pain and depression thing that had overcome me. And I had figured that out. And we started to get some data. We started following the gluten-free breadcrumbs, that showed us some possibilities. And so we didn't know how we were going to do it, but we started to see ways to be up in Oregon for 3 weeks in a training class, and then for the summer. And then it just went on, and then we ended up staying up in the Pacific Northwest for the most part during that whole time, traveling around, and then found Bellingham and this place out here by Mount Baker, just south of Vancouver, Canada. We didn't know all the steps, but I had this vision, and we started following the breadcrumbs, and then Jen started doing the actual logistics of the whole thing. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about this process that we've come across. And when we came out here, I jokingly called it Ralph and Jen's Healing and Transformation Space, because I thought, we're going to be up here teaching people how to do really cool stuff. Well, it turns out it was our healing and transformation space. We actually slept right here in a tent. You can imagine, it didn't snow that much that year, but we couldn't live in our house because we had to fix it up a lot, more than we thought. Now we get to sleep right there. There's Baden still snoozing. And Ben's back there, you just see a bunch of hair. But what happened? And what did I learn? So I'm Ralph Havens. I'm a medical intuitive. I've been helping people for 34 years now to clear all sorts of conditions, autoimmune conditions, anxieties, depressions, other chronic conditions, and to get healthy and happy and whole. And along the way, I found some ways to help with abundance and happiness. It was us as well. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. Now, when you think of the law of attraction guys and manifest your own reality kind of guys, and think and grow rich kind of ideas, there's some missing pieces that I found. And so it's interesting. There's bringing stuff from physical, from spirit, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, kind of like my ideas of wanting to live in the Pacific Northwest and run in the forest. Your hopes, your dreams, your desires, and then bringing it down to physical form and all the stuff to do and how to do it, and having something that's tangible. And now you're actually getting to live that life. And the in-between is between spirit and form, between visions and dreams of something and the actual reality of something, right? And that in-between is a very special place. It's a very special place. It's kind of like if here's one person and say here's another person. And you are like one hand and one hand. We'll just be literal here. And if I touch them together, there's one point where one hand then turns into the other hand, right? If you're kind of tracking across that field of vision. And in the in-between, part of my molecules of one hand are blended with part of my molecules of the other hand, right? If you looked at it at a electron microscope, subatomic level, some of my molecules are right next to and even crossing over into the other side. It's like a little blurred thing. It's like they're not just one hand and then empty space in another hand. There's a space in between where they're blending. In physics, it's called the event horizon. And it's the idea of like where spirit then becomes form, and in the in-between, there's a magic place. Now, in the in-between, there's a way to go there, and that's where a lot of magic is. That's where a lot of the stuff that might look like hardships and obstacles and problems and hopes and dreams actually have the answer, have the key, have the stuff that can transform you so that you can become the person that then gets what you want. So a lot of what we thought was hardships, it was really hard sleeping outside. It was really hard losing my health and having to figure it out. But what I'm seeing now is it was the training to become the person that then gets to do what I want to do in life. And the miracles were way beyond what I would have expected. So that's what I see with people. I got an email today from somebody that's on our call. Today we're doing the Enlighten Up and Get What You Want Masterclass live call today. So if you want that, you can have more information. I'll leave links. But we're doing the live call. And I got an email from somebody that's been with me, and she's been using lots of spirit, lots of energy, lots of ways to interact with this, her hopes and her dreams and what she really wants. And part of what she really wants is abundance in money, you know? So she's gotten happier. Life's gotten better in some ways for sure. But she hasn't figured out, unlocked the code for the money part of it. And it was what happened to us too. I had to figure all of this stuff out, moving up here into a whole new world where people didn't know me and figuring out that sort of thing. So on the call today, we're going to go over deeply how to go from spirit and then that interface and then to form and to make things happen for you, for people who want to be with us. And so there's some magic that happens right in the in-between. And I've got a way to show you that. Now, it's something I can't just show you right now in one short video, but there is a process. And it's easily missed. When I first saw it, I didn't believe it. I thought it's too simple. And even when I started doing it, I didn't do it quite right because it was like I kept changing it and modifying it. But if it's something that you're interested in and you want to do this, I've got a way to do it. I've created 2 PDFs and a video training of how to do that interface work, like between spirit and form. And it's quite different than most people teach. I hadn't heard about this in a long time, but then when I look back on my teachers, they all had parts of this, but they weren't emphasizing it in a way that made it stick for me. So I want to get that for you. You can get it at ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And you'll get something in your inbox. Go confirm in the inbox. Look in your inbox and your promo file and spam and look for the email from Ralph. And then click confirm and you'll get it in your inbox right away. And it's a way to do this deep inner work, the interface work. And I hope you get it. I hope you try it and let me know what you think. Now, I do have the full Enlighten Up and Get What You Want masterclass. It's a way to go deep into how to do spirit and energy and vision and dreams and get all that set, and why that's so important, how to do this deep inner work, and then actual stuff to do in the physical world so that you can have the parts of your life that you want to be abundant in. And if you're interested in that, you can go further down those links when you sign up and get the PDF and video. But for right now, I'm talking about this deep inner work. If you want it, go grab it. www.ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And let me know what changes for you, how it goes. And I will see you all on the inside. All right. Bye now.